Hello everybody, my name is Joseph. I'm a caseworker here at the Riverside office. I wanted to take some time today to show you how to successfully fill out a monthly eligibility report, or as we like to call it, a MER. So a MER is it's a way for us caseworkers to determine that you are still eligible for services within our program. So these papers are actually due on a monthly basis, on or before the 5th of the month. And you're always going to be reporting on the previous month. So for today's example, I'm going to be saying our reporting month is September 2020. And with that being said, because it's due on or before the 5th of each month, this September 2020 MER would have been turned in on or before October 5th. So let's get started. So the first question that you're going to see that a lot of people tend to overlook is the question, which type of services are you currently receiving? Most of the time this is going to be cash aid. However, there are those few instances where we do have a transitional case or a diversion case that needs to fill out a MER. So, but like I said, for the most part, it's going to be cash aid unless you're a transitional or diversion case. For this example, let's use Mickey Mouse as our case name. This is going to be the head of household. So whoever is the head of household for your case, if it's a two-parent home, that's what the case name would be. Head of household is usually the first person who is listed on the application when you apply for services. So like I said, for this particular example, we're going to use Mickey Mouse. Let's go ahead and put the phone number in for Mickey Mouse. Let's see. All right. Oops. 555. 5555. And this is Mickey's address. Let's do 123 Main Street, Disneyland, California, 92222. So the first official question number 1, is pertaining to any personal events that may have occurred within the reporting month of September of 2020. So like I said before, just keep in mind that all these questions are pertaining to that specific reporting month. So did anyone in your household have any changes to report for the report month? Let's go ahead and say yes. Let's say Mickey moved to a new home. So we're going to mark move to new home. Who? We're going to write our name, Mickey Mouse. When did I move? When did Mickey move? Mickey moved, let's say on September 15th, 2020. And I'll say what occurred. You can just reiterate moved. And then right here, if you did move, you're going to want to fill out a residency/address change. So Mickey's new address is 150 Main Street, Disneyland, California, 92222. And then it's an ask the date you moved. We already reported this, but just go ahead and mark it again, September 15th, 2020. So if you didn't have any personal events that changed in your household for the month of September, you would just click no. So in this situation, something did change, so we're going to report that. You'll notice that on these questions, a lot of them they'll say attach proof right here in the right hand corner. Whenever it says attach proof, we want you to give us proof of what you're reporting. So because you're saying, Mickey's saying he moved, we're going to want to attach a rental agreement from the landlord, or maybe a utility bill that states his name and the new address that's current, something that's current within the last 30 days. Going on to question number 2. Question number 2 is going to be pertaining to earned income. So this question is, did anyone in your household earn money from employment or on-the-job training in the report month? If yes, complete below. List net amounts. We're going to emphasize after deductions and actual date received. So it's important that you list your net amount. Net amount is going to be after taxes, after deductions. So let's say Mickey does work. So we want to report what Mickey earned during the month of September. So at the time of application, Mickey told his caseworker that he works and he gets paid bi-weekly. Therefore, as a caseworker, I know Mickey's probably going to be receiving at least 2 checks during the month of September. So this is where Mickey would tell me what he received. Mickey Mouse received, after taxes, he received $250. Let's say he gets paid on the 1st, so he got paid on 9/1/2020. And then Mickey got paid again. He got paid, let's say $300 on the 15th. Once again, you're going to see attached proof. Most often, if you are not self-employed, you'll just attach your pay stub that correlates with what you're reporting. So Mickey, based on what he's reporting, he owes me 2 pay stubs for the month. He owes me a pay stub from the 1st and the 15th. If you are self-employed, most often you're going to be filling out a self-employment log that is provided by your worker. But make sure you do contact your worker to see exactly what they're going to be needing from you. Moving on to question number 3. Did anyone in your household receive unearned income for the report month? I'm going to say yes. Let's say Mickey does get child support. Mickey gets child support for his son Pluto, and he gets it on the 10th of every month. So Mickey got child support on the 10th. Who received this? Mickey Mouse received child support. The source of income is going to be child support. And the amount received is $100. He gets $100 per month in child support. You'll notice again, this is asking to attach proof. So I know in California, a lot of the times they issue a child support debit card. If, let's say, you're getting child support and you need to attach proof that you're back up for the month, you're more than welcome just to print out your online account statement. It almost looks like a bank statement, which usually shows all the deposits that went onto the card for the month. If not, I know a lot of the times the local child support office will happily print out a statement for you to report what you received in the month that you're requesting. So he's receiving child support. If there's anything else, let's say he got financial aid, you would just report it the same way. However, source of income, you'd put financial aid or Pell Grant, or etc. So going on to question number 4. Question number 4 is pertaining to cash on hand. Do you or any members of your TANF household have any resources for the report month? If yes, a copy of all pages of your bank statements is required. So Mickey does have a checking account, so we are going to mark yes. I always tell my participants, you can report to me what you had in that checking account on the last day of the report month. So on the last day of September 2020, Mickey had $50 in his checking account, and then he has no savings account. He does have cash on hand. He has $100 cash on hand. So because he does have a checking account, he's going to need to get me a copy of his September bank statement. A lot of the times banks do not give whole month bank statements. They usually cut into the middle of the month or the beginning of the month, and then a new statement generates. So if that is the situation for you, a lot of the times banks do give you the option to print out your account activity from within a specific time period. So I know with the bank I bank at, I can put in that I want to view my account activity from the September 1st through September 30th, and I can generate a report and then screenshot it and then or print it and submit it to my worker. So if that does happen to be your case, go ahead and do that. It makes it a lot easier on both ends than having to wait until your new statement generates, which would just cause a bunch of headache for reporting purposes. Your cashier check would probably be delayed. So just go ahead and do that if that's the case. Also, if this is a 2-parent household, which it's not in this situation, you're going to want to write the names of the individuals in this blank white space, and then you would report what the other individual has. If they have their own checking account, report what they had in their account, savings account, etc. So let's see, going on to second page number 2, question 5, resources. This question is asking, did anyone in your TANF household receive any of the following for the report month? Check all boxes that apply and provide proof of new resources. So yes, Mickey does receive Medi-Cal. He also receives CalFresh or food stamps. So because Medi-Cal it rolls over on a monthly basis. There's not really a date in which a specific individual receives it. It's kind of all month long. You can put the first through the last day of the month. So 9/1/2020 through 9/30/2020. Name of person receiving. In this situation, Mickey and his son both get Medi-Cal, so he can just put household. Value of resource, there's no value. or there is a value, we just don't technically know that, so you can just report to me Medi-Cal. He also reported that he gets food stamps. He gets his food stamps on the 7th of the month, and he gets about $300 in food stamps. So let's see, the household once again gets it. So we're going to mark household because everyone in his household is on the case. The value of the benefits, like I said, he gets $350. And you'll notice there's a slash right here. They want you to differentiate what that benefit is. So this is food stamps or CalFresh. So you'll notice that this wants you to attach proof for only new resources. So if, let's say at the time of application, you told your caseworker that you were getting Medi-Cal and food stamps, you would have provided proof at the time of application. Unless your resources are changing, we don't need proof. You know, if your CalFresh is dropping, go ahead and submit the NOA or the notice of action that the county generated and sent to you with your MER. But if it's staying the same, you don't need to attach proof. However, if you, like I said, if you did get a new resource, so let's say Mickey started getting WIC next month, you know, when he fills out his next MER, he would then mark WIC, and then he'd give me proof. So he'd give me some sort of statement from WIC stating that he's now active on the program. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going down to question number 6. This is pertaining to school enrollment. First question is going to ask, do you have school-age children in your household? Mickey does. He has a son. So yes. Are all the children under the age of 18 in your household still enrolled in school full-time? Yes, he is. Are they attending school regularly? Yes. And has any child in your household been expelled or out of school? No one's been expelled, so we're going to mark no. So we're going to put Pluto Mouse. We're going to say his last name is Mouse. Age, Pluto is 16. And his grade level is, he's in 11th grade. He goes to Disneyland High School. Okay. So school enrollment, it's a program requirement, so you want to make sure that your kids are always actively enrolled in school and are regularly attending. This is a self-certifying. You'll notice we don't ask for proof, but you are self-certifying that yes, your children are still enrolled in school and you are sending them to school on a regular basis. They haven't been out, they haven't been expelled, things like that. Going on to question number 7. This is pertaining to background. So it's asking, has anyone in your household been convicted of a drug-related felony or welfare fraud? Usually clients, I've had it a few times where they get kind of confused. Let's say someone did get convicted of a drug-related felony back in 2005, which is 15 years ago. Remember, we are only asking for you to report things that occurred within the report month. So if you didn't get convicted of a drug-related felony in September 2020 or a welfare fraud in 2020, that answer is going to be no. So in this situation, no, Mickey has not been convicted of a drug-related felony or welfare fraud since the time he last turned in his MER. Like I said, this is a monthly eligibility report, so you're going to have to do this every month. So this is where you'll update us if anything like this does happen. Question number 8, duplication of services. Did you apply for or are you currently receiving cash assistance from any other tribal TANF or county program? If yes, please indicate when and where you applied. You're only allowed to receive services from one tribal TANF organization or county program. If you're getting aid from multiple agencies, it's considered double dipping, so it's something you want to avoid. But this is if, let's say, you're wanting to get off our program and go to the county. This is where you would indicate that you did apply for services so we can start the transition process off of our program. In this situation with Mickey Mouse, he has not applied for anything in September, so he's going to go to mark no. Last question, question number 9. Would you or anyone in your TANF household like a referral to any of the following? Check all boxes that you would like for a referral for. This is where you're going to let your caseworker know if you're needing a referral for any of these services. In this situation, yes, Mickey Mouse, he needs some help paying for vehicle insurance, so he's going to mark vehicle insurance assistance. As a caseworker, once I review this document, this allows me to refer him to an agency that can assist him with vehicle insurance assistance, or if our program helps out with something like that, then we would just give him the resources and the information pertaining to that request that he needs to make. So that's the last question. The last step would be to sign. The head of household would sign. So this is going to be mailed to you every month, so you can fill this out with ink, with a pen, and physically sign it and date it. With the COVID-19 pandemic and things kind of switching to online, really everything switching to online, we've had a lot of electronic MERs coming in via email. So this Adobe usually lets you e-sign right here. If for whatever reason you're having a problem with an e-signature and you can't e-sign, you're more than welcome to type your name. So in this situation, I can't sign, so I'm going to write Mickey Mouse. I'm typing my name, and I'm going to sign it. So today's the 28th. Remember, this MER is due on or before the 5th of the month, so this is considered a late MER. Mickey would not, if he's still eligible for aid based on what he reported to me, his November cash aid would be a few weeks late. So it's pertinent that you get this in on time to your caseworker to ensure timely delivery of your cash aid. So signature of spouse. If you do have a two-parent household, this is where the spouse would sign and date as well. Keep in mind though, I would ask that if you're not able to manually sign it with your actual signature and you have to type your name out, if you're emailing this electronically, send your caseworker an email and let them know that you weren't able to sign with a signature and that you had to type, and to please, you can just let them know that you allow the print to act as a signature for your MER for that month. So that's really it. Right now I'm filling this MER out on Adobe Acrobat because it is a PDF. This is typically what this form will be opened with on a desktop. However, we do have clients who do like to fill this out on their smartphone. If that's the case, I would advise for you to download the Adobe Fill and Sign app. It's a free app that will allow you to fill out the document just as how I did, and actually it'll allow you to create a signature to place in the signature line. But really that's it. It's very, very self-explanatory. It's very simple. After a few months, there should be no issues in filling this out. However, if you do have any questions or need help filling it out, reach out to the front desk or your caseworker, and we'll be more than glad to help. And that's really it. Thank you.